English Rise Podcast.
Easy listening and speaking practice. Welcome to the English Rise Podcast. Easy English listening and speaking practice to help you build fluency and confidence. I'm your host, Emma. Hi, welcome. Have you ever learned many English words and then the next day you forget them? You are not alone. This happens to all learners. It can feel frustrating, right? But good news, memory is a skill. You can train it. This episode is the first lesson in a 10-lesson audio course about memory for English learners. We will use simple ideas, clear examples, and short practice tasks. You can pause the episode, repeat after me, or shadow my voice to practice speaking and remembering. Ready? Let's begin. First, let's talk about why memory matters for learners like you. Memory helps you remember new vocabulary. Memory helps you use phrases naturally in conversation. Memory helps you understand films, podcasts, and real people without always using a dictionary. Memory helps you feel more confident when you speak and write. So memory is not a magic power. It is not only talent. Good memory is something you build with good habits. Say it with me. Good memory is not something you are born with. It is something you build with good habits. Repeat that sentence aloud if you can. Shadow my voice. Good memory is not something you are born with. It is something you build with good habits. Now, I will explain how this 10-lesson course works. Each short lesson has 3 parts. 1, a simple explanation about memory and English learning. 2, clear examples you can understand and use. 3, a small practice task you can do while you listen. We will learn practical ideas, focus and attention, spaced repetition and review, visualization, using pictures in your mind, memory palaces, chunking phrases, stories and personal connections, using your body and environment, daily review habits, and testing yourself. All lessons will be short and easy. You can pause whenever you need, repeat important sentences, and try shadowing me to practice both memory and speaking. Okay, next. What is memory? Let me explain in very simple words. Memory is your brain's way to save and find information. Think of memory like a filing cabinet. When you learn a new word, you put a file in the cabinet. Later, when you need the word, you open the file and read it. There are 3 important steps: encoding, storage, and retrieval. I will tell each step slowly and give an English example. Listen and repeat when you can. Okay, next, what is memory? Let me explain in very simple words. Memory is your brain's way to save and find information. Think of memory like a filing cabinet. When you learn a new word, you put a file in the cabinet. Later, when you need the word, you open the file and read it. There are 3 important steps: encoding, storage, and retrieval. I will tell each step slowly and give an English example. Listen and repeat when you can. Encoding. This is how new information enters your memory. You must pay attention. For example, you see the word delicious on a page. You listen to its sound and you say it aloud. Delicious. You repeat it once or twice. That is encoding. Storage. This is how the information stays in your brain. You see or hear the word again later, or you sleep well, or you review it after some time. This second meeting helps the word stay in your memory. Retrieval. This is how you pull information out when you need it. You try to use the word in a sentence. The cake is delicious. When you use the word, you strengthen the memory. So, encode, store, retrieve. Encode, store, retrieve. Let us compare good and weak memory habits with 2 simple stories. Learner A studies a long list of 30 new words in one night. They read the list quietly, one time only. They do not say the words out loud. They do not review the words later. The next day, they forget most words. They feel sad and frustrated. Learner B chooses only 5 to 10 new words. For each word, they say it out loud, make a short sentence, and link the word to a personal example. The next day, they review the words again. After a few days, they review once more. Learner B remembers most words. Which learner sounds better? Yes, learner B. Learner B uses better encoding, better storage, and better retrieval. Listen to this. Clear contrast and repeat it slowly. Learner A studies many words one time. Learner B studies a few words many times. Say this now with me. Learner A studies many words one time. Learner B studies a few words many times. See how small changes make a big difference? You are not born with one memory or another. Learner B is using good techniques. You can use them too. Try choosing only a few words each study session. Say them out loud. Make short sentences. Review later. Now it is time for a short practice task. I will ask 3 questions. answer them aloud. Speak slowly. If you want, pause the audio now and come back. Otherwise, I will give time after each question. Question 1. How do you usually study new English words? Pause 2 seconds. Try this sentence starter. I usually study vocabulary by... Now say your answer. Pause 15 seconds. Question 2. When do you usually forget new words? Pause 10 seconds. Try this sentence starter. I often forget words when... Pause 15 seconds. Question 3. Which habit from learner B will you try this week? Pause 10 seconds. Use the sentence starter. This week, I will try to... Pause 20 seconds. Good. If you said your answers aloud, you used retrieval. You also practiced speaking. Very well. Before we move on, here are a few quick listening and study tips you can use today. Tip 1. Find a quiet place when you can, just for 5 to 10 minutes. Tip 2. Focus on a small number of words, 5 to 10. Tip 3. Say words aloud. Use your voice. Tip 4. Make a short sentence or a picture in your mind for each word. Tip 5. Review the words tomorrow and again after 3 or 4 days. This is called spaced repetition. Tip 6. If you can, sleep well after study. Sleep helps memory. These steps are simple and they work. Try 1 or 2 this week rather than all at once. Let me give a quick example of visualization and a small memory trick. Suppose your new word is bridge. Close your eyes for a moment, for 3 seconds. Imagine a big red bridge in your city. See it? Hear cars on it? Now make a sentence. I walk on the red bridge. Say the sentence aloud 2 times. I walk on the red bridge. I walk on the red bridge. You just used a picture and a sentence to help memory. That is visualization. You can do this with verbs, adjectives, and phrases too. Try it now with a new word you are learning. Quick preview of our next lessons, so you know what's coming. Next time, we will talk about attention and focus. How to study in the way that helps your brain remember. Then we will learn about spaced repetition, when and how often to review words. After that, we will practice using pictures in your mind to remember vocabulary. Later, we will learn about memory palaces, using locations to store words. We will also look at chunking phrases, making stories and personal connections, using your body and your room to remember, building a daily review plan, and testing yourself. Each lesson will stay short and practical. If something feels difficult, you can listen again and pause. To finish, I want to leave you with a simple summary and a small challenge. Summary: memory can be trained. Small habits like reviewing, saying words aloud, and using words in sentences help a lot. Choose one small habit from Learner B and try it this week. Your challenge? This week, pick 5 new words. Say each word aloud, make one sentence, and review them tomorrow. Try to say the sentences out loud. That is your small, strong step. Thank you for listening today. Remember, learning English takes time, and that's okay. Every small step you take is helping you improve. If you enjoyed this podcast, come back again and keep practicing with us. We'll keep learning together. English Rise Podcast. Easy listening, better speaking, rise higher. See you in the next episode.